going on, Raider Nation? Welcome back to the Silver and Black Lounge. I'm Raider Ben, and tonight is the night we've all been waiting for because tomorrow football officially begins. The Las Vegas Raiders rookies report to training camp tomorrow, and after months of free agency and draft OTAs, mini caps, and endless speculation, we're finally about to see the team take the field. Before camp officially kicks off, there's one major storyline that has Raider Nation talking. Fernando Mendoza still hasn't signed his rookie contract. Is it just routine business? Is there a holdup behind the scenes, or is there something fans should actually be paying attention to? We'll break down everything we know and what it could be heading into training camp. We'll also cover the biggest rookie position battles to watch, which rookies have the best chance to make an immediate impact, players who could surprise everyone, veterans under the most pressure, and the biggest storylines that could define the Raiders 2026 season. I want to hear from you tonight in the chat, Raider Nation. Should fans be concerned about the Fernando Mendoza contract? Drop your thoughts in the chat, and throughout the show, we'll be reading your comments live. If you're just finding the channel, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss another Raiders live stream. And if you even want more exclusive content, members-only live streams, film breakdowns, and live behind-the-scenes content, consider becoming a member of the Silver Black Lounge. It starts at $2.99 a month and helps support everything we do. We've got a lot to talk about, so grab your drink, settle in, and let's kick off training camp eve the right way.
They didn't have to say much. This is the Raiders, you know. This is one of the most historic, franchises in the NFL with a great history that I want to be a part of. I want to be a part of furthering that history. You know, when you say commitment to excellence, okay, and you look at the walls around here, and you look at the players on this wall, and there's a history. There's a history of Hall of Fame players here. There's a history of Super Bowls, and that's.
And with all this situation and all this shit I went through, the biggest thing that I took from it is I don't give a what everybody has to say. Truly, I really don't give a.
Play clock down to 1. Williams banded up in the air, and it is picked. Clear to speed. He has been a beast.
That this is a game psychologically of intimidation and of fear. I don't mean cowardly fear, but fear.
But the Chargers and all those teams. To be honest, I don't like any of them. I hate all teams.
The other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard.
But the Chargers.
What I call the vertical game. We were going to stretch the field vertical. When we came out of the huddle, we weren't looking for first downs. We didn't want to move the chains. We wanted touchdowns. We wanted the big play, the quick strike. It's number one to say you want to do that. It's number two to say that you have the players to do it, but it's number three to do it. Hard. Try not to make mistakes, but don't worry about mistakes because there's only one thing that counts. Just win.
Your commitment to excellence and your will to win will endure forever. You were magnificent.
What up, Raider Nation, man? Can you guys hear me? What up, Dirty? What up, Dirty Raider Nate? What up, guys? 'Twas the night before training camp, rookie training camp, man. The Raiders have not signed Fernando Mendoza. Jermod McCoy signed today. Outside of that, we're going to get into that. How you guys feeling, man? Shout out to Nutty Raider Nate and Dirty Raider. So we just lost Nutty Raider Nate, so let me switch the backdrop. What up with you, bro?
What's good with you?
Shit, I'm chilling, bro. Ain't shit. Just trying to get ready for training camp. Max Crosby will be at rookie camp tomorrow is because he's got the injury. So
he needs to be there.
Outside of that, I'm chilling, bro.
I can dig it. I can dig it. I can dig it. Oh man,
I ain't seen you. I ain't
right
seen
around
you
the
for
corner.
what the fuck you been up to?
Working.
That part.
Working.
Same, bro. Same. So anyways, man, before we get into those in the show, man, shout out to the chat, bro. Whether you're watching on the Natural Born Raiders podcast, Raider Nation knows you're checking out, or Raider Nation Network, I should say, my bad, in the Silver and Black Lounge at Raider Ben, or if you're tucked in the box, man, in the Loaded Box Entertainment with Nutty Raider Nate, who should be back with us shortly. We appreciate y'all time for joining up. Appreciate y'all for showing. Let's go ahead and switch it back. Let's move these two fellers around. What up, Nutty Raider Nate? What up, brother?
What's good?
I can hear you, dog. I think I can hear you at least.
Yo.
Shit.
Hey,
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
can you hear me now?
I think so. What up with you, bro?
Testicles 1 and 2. Testicles 1 and 2.
What up, Cameron? What's up, man? How you feeling, Nutty Raider Nate, bro? The night before training camp, bro. Rookie camp, I should say. What up, Happy? What's up, guys? Is there a true level of concern for Fernando Mendoza? Or is it just I know the reason why Fernando Mendoza is not signed. I'm not sure if you guys are paying attention. It's just more guarantees, but
Hey, look, I don't know how you expect all these guarantees when you ain't done nothing yet, man. That's the problem. These new age motherfuckers, they want guarantees, bro. Can you guarantee me you gonna win a Super Bowl? No. Then why should I guarantee you the amount of money that you want, man? Y'all gotta stop that shit, bro. Be happy to get paid, bro. Be happy to get paid. You're gonna get paid to sit on the bench for the first 6 to 7 weeks anyway. Just be happy getting paid, bro. And it's really the agents. It's not even Fernando Mendoza. It's the agent, because the agent wants a cut up front. They want their money. And that's the problem with this game today, bro. The agents, man. The agents are the problem with this game, man.
Well, that's the thing, Dirty. Like, we live in a rough time now where you got to find these players, bro, that have that happy medium between, these guys love ball and the other guys that love the money. You feel me? Like, a lot of players nowadays, they're getting a lot of money in what's the NIL deals in college, bro. I've said this before. A lot of players, bro, when they're coming to the National Football League, they're actually taking pay cuts, bro. Like, a lot. I'd be willing to guarantee you, bro, Fernando Mendoza's got a nice chunk of change that he's been making at Indiana. And really what it comes down to, bro, it's that the Raiders have this stipulation. I'm not sure if you guys have been following closely to what the Raiders do with their first round picks. It's happened over the last couple of years with Bowers and Genty. So what's going on right now? This is from official sources, right? This is no made up shit. This is official sources, right? The hang up with Fernando Mendoza's contract is not that they don't want to give him the guaranteed money. It's not that at all. Over Ashton Genty's career so far, his short career, and Brock Bowers, the Raiders have been known to give up a lump sum, not a major lump sum, but payments throughout the first season of their players' career. So usually first round picks, they want all their money up front. Traditionally, how the Raiders do it is they give a piece of the guaranteed money, like through the first 4 games, through preseason, the first 4 games, you get a percentage. And then from games 4 through, 8, you get a percentage. And then from 8 through 17, you get a percentage. You're going to get all your money regardless. But the thing is, the Raiders have this thing they've been standing pat to, is they're not going to give the rookies all their money up front. It's going to be 3 payments. Like Tim said, and that's really where the holdup is right now. Fernando Mendoza and his agent wants all the money at right now at the moment, and the Raiders want to break it down to payments. That's really all it is.
Well, they want more guaranteed, and the Raiders is not budging on the guarantees. You know what I mean? So, like, for me, like I said, I could be right, I could be wrong. I'm still saying I'm getting sick of these agents and the pressing of money. You gonna get paid. Regardless, you gonna get paid. You in the NFL, you making millions, right? You gonna get your money. You gonna get your money. Why do I gotta give you everything? You look, prove to me you can even handle this money. I give you all this. I give you all your money up front right now, and then what? Then what? You go celebrate at a casino. You get drunk, and then what? Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, no. And I'm not saying Mendoza would do that, but at the same time, man, bro, take the field. Do something first. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's guarantees. I don't care if it's signing bonus. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is seeing somebody take the field. You got drafted as a player. Show up to camp. Show up to camp. I don't give a shit about your money. Show up to camp.
No, see, this is the thing. I think the Raiders have a little bit of Jamarcus Russell PTSD as well. You guys know what happened. We gave Jamarcus Russell all that bread, first overall pick, and obviously he fucked it off and didn't really do anything for the Raiders. So I think a little bit may have to do with that too. Before we go any further, man, shout out to the chat, bro. We got John Leon in here. We got Raider Tim in here. Saludos, Alfredo, Anthony Estrada. What up? What you, man? Charm City. Appreciate all you guys, bro. It's a little late night pop-up live. You feel me? But we here, man. We're going to talk Raider ball. Said with the Raiders reporting to camp tomorrow. Rookies. What up, Rosetown? Max Crosby will be there as well, as Max Crosby is coming back from the injury. One person I know that's coming back from injury that I did not hear that's going to be there tomorrow, and it's going to be interesting to see if he's even available for veteran camp, which veterans report on the 28th, is Nakobe Dean. So I don't know if Nakobe Dean is going to report tomorrow too, because he's obviously coming off an injury, or
He's
what
healthy
exactly.
too, by the way.
Huh?
He's 100%. He's 100% healthy, by the way.
Well, fuck. Hopefully, bro. We get that would do a lot
No,
of.
no, there is no hope. I'm telling you, he's 100% healthy. He's ready to go.
Need him to be 100%, bro.
He's ready to go. He is ready. He is 100% ready to go.
I think the question with that is more of how long is he going to be ready to go? You feel me? Like that's really the issue. Like I have a lot of hope for Nakobe Dean, but you know, history tends to show that he struggles a little bit in terms of being
honest.
What up, Raider Pete?
If we're being 100% honest, man, I honestly couldn't tell you how long he was going to be able to be at 100% and play. You know what I mean? Because our linebacking depth is so bad. You know what I mean? Like we don't really have a lot of linebackers, so you know the chances of him being on the field a lot longer could increase the chances of him getting hurt. I hope he don't get hurt. But if we don't bring in at least one or two more linebackers, yeah, he may not hold up through the season.
We were talking about the other night, bro. We were talking about the possibility of possibly kicking the tires on Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner, Von Miller, either one of them. Jamal Adams, bring him back. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
what's the other dude we had? Bring him. Who's the other guy? Devin White. Bring Devin White back.
Bro, we literally just had this same conversation yesterday on the show, bro. I'm definitely with bringing Devin White and Jamal Adams back just as depth guys, bro. Bro, we got two starting caliber middle linebackers, bro. If one of those dudes goes down, bro, we're stuck with Cody Lindenberg and Tommy Eichenberg, the revenge of the Bergs. You know what I'm saying? So that worries me a little bit. I'd be lying if I said it didn't worry me a little bit. I believe it was Tommy Eichenberg or was it Cody? One of them was really good on special teams. He was a Pro Bowler special team. I forget if it was the Leichenberg or the Eichenberg, but it was one of them. But, you know, in terms of, you know, putting starter reps out there for a significant amount of time, nah, bro, I'm not in on that shit at all. I do expect that the Raiders will kick the tires on a veteran linebacker. I do think there's probably going to be a couple more additions as we get into camp. So, but I definitely would be excited for like a Bobby Wagner signing.
I get you on a Bobby Wagner. My only issue is Bobby Wagner is right around the same age as Jamal Adams. You know what I mean? If we're being honest.
I mean, he's old as shit, but so is Von Miller. Von Miller old as shit too.
Yeah, but if you look at it,
younger than Von Miller, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know, but if we look at the two, Von Miller's not going to play linebacker. You know, he's going to be closer to the line. You know, I mean, he's going to be right there closer to the line. You know, either be opposite of Max Crosby or he going to be, you know, something. You know what I mean, in that capacity. But Bobby Wagner, now that's a different story, because I feel like at this point in time in Von Miller's career, he's okay with, you know, coming off the bench. I don't think Bobby Wagner is. I don't think he'd be okay with coming off the bench, and he's not gonna start over Nakobe Dean or Walker.
Who are you talking about?
Bobby Wagner.
No, I don't expect him to neither. But I just
Yeah.
think he'd be a very good depth piece, bro. I think that he might be accepting of that at this point of his career, bro. Like if one of those
Von
guys
Miller
go
is a better
down, he's
player.
the step up.
Von Miller is the better player of the
Well,
two.
yeah, but they're also two different positions. Though. We're talking about a pass rusher and an off-ball linebacker. So
yeah, no, we are. But if we're weighing out careers, Von Miller has had more success and is actually proven to be a better player. And I'm not trying to take anything from Wagner. I still think Wagner is a beast. You know what I mean? I think he's a very good player.
Wagner's a perennial All-Pro with multiple Super Bowl appearances.
And
just like
Von Miller.
I mean,
Von
they're
Miller is a
both
Hall
pretty
of
much
Famer.
equal in their own right, unfortunately, in my opinion.
Yeah, and Von Miller is a Hall of Famer. So
no, Bobby Wagner should be a Hall of Famer.
He should be. He should be. I don't see a reason to hold him out.
I mean,
but if we talking, let's talk first ballot. If we talking first ballot, it's gonna be Von Miller.
Bobby Wagner's gonna have an actual shot at first ballot Hall of Fame too, bro. I truly
he'll have a shot.
Name another linebacker, inside linebacker over the last 12 years that's been more dominant than Bobby Wagner. I mean, there's not many. You know what I mean? The only dude you're probably gonna put in there that's been up on Bobby Wagner's level over as long as he's been is what's his face? The dude from the Niners. I can't think of his name. It's slipping my tongue right now. What's his name? Frank Warner. Like Bobby Wagner's been the best middle linebacker in the league since like Patrick Willis retired, and it hasn't even been close. Just as good as Von Miller's been, probably the best pass rusher up there since he's been in the league. Bobby Wagner's been up there. That's what I'm saying. Their careers are very, very, very similar in terms of the accolades they had. They've both been to multiple Super Bowls. They both won a Super Bowl. They both lost a Super Bowl. Bobby Wagner actually beat Von Miller's team in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, both dominant players in their own right.
Yeah, they are. But I'm just thinking like Wagner's cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't get him. But I feel like I don't know. I think I probably want that upfront presence. I just feel like you probably can get a Jamal Adams and a Devin White for the same price you would get a Bobby Wagner. You know what I mean? I'm being generous with that. And never said he wasn't an awesome linebacker. He's a very good linebacker.
Oh, Wagner or Adams, is that what we're talking about?
So I was saying, like, you could probably get Devin White and Jamal Adams for the price of Bobby Wagner.
Well, we like what Jamal Adams did. He made a cut. He stood out a couple times, but overall his like coverage rating was pretty bad, and that's probably.
Yeah, but we just talking about adding some depth pieces to this linebacker. I'm not asking him to come in and be the, you know what I mean, end all be all, save us. You know what I mean? I'm asking him to come in and be a depth piece, you know. And then you pair Devin White again with fuck. Why can't I remember his name right now?
Quay Walker or
no, N'Kobe Dean.
Oh, Dean.
You know what I mean? You pair them back in together. You know what I mean? And see what you can get. See if you can get what Philly didn't get. You know?
Do you know if he wants to come back? You know if White wants to come back after getting chewed out by Max Crosby on the sideline last year?
Hey, look. Shit happens, right?
I'm just asking.
If ain't nobody else gonna give you a shot, and we will, you ain't gonna come back.
I ain't trying to start nothing.
I ain't trying to end nothing. What up, Raider Paul?
What up, Raider Paul? What up with you, bro? What up, Alec M? What up,
I'm
brother?
just saying, like, you know, thinking of the money, you know, thinking if I can get two players for the price of one, you know, that's just my thought process. You know, I'm always about saving a buck and getting, you know, more in return. So
I'm frugal as fuck. You ain't gotta tell me shit.
I like to try and kick the tires on shit. Why you think I buy Ford vehicles, bro? I get more bang for my buck out of them. I get way more out of my Fords than I get out of anything else.
You keep buying Fords because they keep breaking down.
No, I don't. Bro, I trade.
baby.
I'm
Built
not
like a rock.
buying them because they're breaking down. I trade them in.
Built like a rock.
I trade mine in every 4
You know
years.
what Ford stands for? Found on the road dead, fucked over, rebuilt Dodge.
First on race day.
I'm a Chevy baby.
Hey, that's fine. I just like trading mine in every 4 years for a new car. You mad at me?
They're definitely nothing
be
wrong
mad
with
at
that,
me.
bro.
Shit. Everybody got something to say. You know what I mean? That's fine.
My boy Anthony
Hey,
said
look.
get you a Toyota. Ford
A lot of y'all got a lot of shit to say about Ford, and you over here fucking driving Geo Metros. And if you driving a Geo Metro, you need not speak to me if you anything that they don't even make anymore. If you drive anything that they don't even make anymore, if you in a Saturn, you damn sure can't speak to me.
Bro, there's some people who have vehicles that can't even get on the freeway, dude, because when they go above 65, that shit like still bro, that shit's out, bro.
Rattling.
Hey, you could drive your 2025 Impala. I ride a 2023 Road Glide, amongst other things. So, you talk about my cars all you want. That's fine. That's great. That's wonderful. I got 6 in the driveway. How many you got? I got 6 in the driveway. How many you got? Yeah, exactly. That's the point. No, I'm just fucking around. I'm just fucking around. But no, it's like, bro, like this team right here, right? This team, I believe we got enough problems. I believe.
Stop being cheap. Just.
Stop being cheap. Get a man his money. I'm not saying give him all his money, but the agent needs to stop being a douchebag too and quit asking for more. We structured a payment plan for you. Okay? Now, if you can't live with that, that's on you. If you ain't got no other clients other than Fernando Mendoza and you're relying on that money, then that's a problem for you as an agent. But don't make that a problem for the nation. Don't make that a problem for the Raiders. Don't make that a problem for Mendoza. All right? You'll get your money when you get your money. Other than that, all we need to focus on is the quarterback coming in for day 1 of training camp, learning the playbook so that he could be the franchise quarterback of the future. Now, if that ain't the game plan and you all about getting your money, then you know what? You are the puzzle piece that Mendoza needs to get rid of.
You know what I would respect if Mendoza did? If
showed up anyway.
That too. He held in, and then also if he went and fired his agent.
Yeah.
Like, fuck out of here. I'm a Raider, baby. Fucking slowing up the process. You're fired.
Alfredo, there's a BMW 330i in my driveway, so there are imported cars too. Don't trip.
Motherfuckers should be worried about losing their job right now, losing the whole contract in general.
In general.
But
fuck your 10%, 15% or whatever, bro. Like,
you might just get cut off. You fuck my
you might just get nothing.
I respect the hell out of that. He'd be goated after that in my book.
Bro, if he did that, bro, I'd be like, okay, yeah, let me get a Fernando Mendoza jersey. Yeah, I'd get a jersey if he fired his agent because he's fucking taking up time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's some shit. I hope I wake up tomorrow. That's the news.
Hey, look, can't nobody live on 4%, bro. Sorry. Ain't nobody living on 4%. I believe the minimum would be 5. You know what I mean? The minimum would be 5. So that's just my thought process. Ain't no agents out here working for $100,000. They working for way more than that. He trying to buy a house. Agent trying to buy a house. He trying to pay alimony.
Also, it's also the factor of he's not taking any endorsements or making like doing commercials and shit, and he's all football. So I feel like we gotta pay.
Hey, but he already has an endorsement, so why he got to take more? Ain't he with Under Armour or Adidas?
As far as I know, I heard he wasn't taking any endorsements.
I believe he's either with Under Armour or Adidas.
I don't know.
Yeah, I believe he's with Under Armour or Adidas.
Somebody clarify that.
All right, I'm gonna do some shit real quick. Girl's kind of stressed out. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so I mean, I'm not, to be honest with you guys, bro. I do believe the whole Fernando Mendoza shit will get figured out in the morning. I think before they have to actually report, I think the Raiders will get it done. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, bro. If the Raiders don't get him signed before rookie camp tomorrow, dude, it's not gonna look good. It's not gonna look good, bro. And we were all what Teron Johnson was damn near holding out because they didn't want to give him his money either. So whatever Spy Tech is going on, bro, there's some weird ass. I hate to make it sound, but this is what it feels like to me. There's some weird ass power struggle with Spy Tech and not wanting to pay people, dude. Is what it's going to seem like to me tomorrow if they don't get Fernando Mendoza his money.
No, he was with Adidas in college. He's not with anybody right now. He was with Adidas in college.
Yeah, see, I like that shit.
And Dr. Pepper.
We gotta pay him. He needs his money. He needs it now.
Yeah,
but still.
I mean, at the same time, bro, you can't help but think, like, since Fernando Mendoza wasn't like the consensus, I mean, I guess he was this year, right? He was a consensus #1 quarterback, right? But in any other draft, they say, right, this is the overall narrative. Any other draft, Fernando Mendoza isn't the consensus #1 draft pick. So was Fernando Mendoza a Mark Davis guy? Did Spy Tech really even want Mendoza? Was Mendoza a Kubiak guy, bro? This is what's really weird, bro. This is the whole weird shit about it, dog. Because you guys remember when we hired Clint Kubiak and they kept asking him questions about Fernando Mendoza, he refused to answer the questions about Fernando Mendoza. And some of us thought either one, it was they don't want to give their hand, or two, Kubiak don't really want Mendoza. And it's starting to get really fucking weird, bro, because I said this a couple streams ago. Clint Kubiak said everything had to be earned and nothing was given, right? They had to earn the shield, all this shit, right? But from what we've been hearing all offseason and going into training camp this week is that Kirk Cousins has been given the starter job by default or whatever. I don't give a shit. But I thought people had to earn this. So now my conspiracy theory ass is like, oh, well, now they're not going to pay Mendoza, so they'll have a reason to say, oh, well, this is why Kirk Cousins won the starting job, and Fernando Mendoza is not even going to get a fucking chance to compete for the starting job because Clint Kubiak already has his fucking eyes on Cousins.
Well, in essence,
I start getting the conspiracy theories, bro, and I go down these crazy ass rabbit holes of Raiders shit, bro. And this shit is, if he's not signed by the time they have to report to training camp in the morning, if he's not signed tonight, something's not right, period.
Well, in essence, you're going to hate this, but Kirk Cousins has earned the starting job. Why? He's been in the NFL longer. He's done more. He knows the play system. He knows the system. He knows the playbook. In essence, the work that he has put in the NFL entitles him to the starting position until proven otherwise. That is earned. It's not given to him. He's not a rookie. He's not just being, his first year in the NFL and all of a sudden, everybody. So, in essence, he has earned the right to be a starting quarterback. Just because we don't feel that way doesn't make it untrue. The fact of the matter is,
I don't feel that way. I mean, he probably is good enough to be the starter. I just don't like the fact. I mean, because right there, Dirty, you just went on everything I just said. So pretty much he didn't have to really earn it except for the fact that what he's already done in the league, which was nothing with the Raiders. We've seen plenty of other quarterbacks come in and do other things for other teams and do nothing for the Raiders. So this dude hasn't done nothing for the Raiders yet. According
not
and you're on a team with the first overall pick that also hasn't done nothing. But your future is way more invested. I mean, that's just me though. If he earns it though, like I said, if that's where I fucked up with that statement right there. If Fernando Mendoza goes out there in training camp and in preseason and he looks significantly better than Kirk Cousins, there's no way you start Kirk Cousins, bro. There's absolutely no way. So even I don't care if it's rookies or not, bro. If he's outperforming this guy in practice, there's no way the guy that's outperforming the rest of the group doesn't get the starting nod, because how you practice is what you put on game day.
Well, from my understanding, Kirk Cousins has been outperforming Mendoza at camp. Reason being,
where'd you hear that from?
So I heard it all throughout rookie mini camp that Kirk Cousins.
Those are mini camps. Dirty Paz about to
No. Hold on. Listen.
I also heard
hold on.
AOC was tearing it up. So
that part. Shout out to AOC, my man's.
AOC was tearing it up too. But here's the thing: both AOC and Kirk Cousins know how to play under center. Fernando Mendoza does not. He's struggling with playing under center because it's not normal for him.
Yeah.
I said this was going to be a problem before we even drafted him.
Yeah. He doesn't sound confident when
you know what I mean? So, yes, Kirk Cousins is technically right now a better quarterback. Fernando Mendoza has the possibility of being higher, you know what I mean, and getting better. But he's got to learn to play under center,
bro.
You know what I mean?
What up with you, Reezy Rock? This is my thing, Dirty. It's like if and I get it, bro. So Black brought it to our attention. Shout out to Black, man. You feel me? He brought it to our attention that one day. And I didn't know this, that Matt Schaub was injured that year that Derek Carr came in. But even whatever, bro. I mean, Matt Schaub was still out there playing, bro. If dude, when Derek Carr came into the same situation as a second round pick, obviously a number 1 overall pick, but was coming to a situation where he wasn't expected to be the starter. He was expected to sit behind Matt Schaub as a second round pick and try to learn from the veteran quarterback. And whatever, injury, whatever, dog. I'm not saying injuries, but Derek Carr went out there and outperformed Matt Schaub all through the mini camps, all throughout the training camps, and then got in the preseason and outperformed him. So the point I'm trying to make is, if I'm trying to win, bro, I want to win now. You feel me? And I want the quarterback that gives us the best chance to win now. But I also know that the Raiders are invested in the future because they have a young quarterback. But if the young quarterback can come out and outperform the veteran in year 1, and it gives the coaching staff the best opportunity to win now, which you have to win now, bro, for the most part in the NFL, bro, especially with the Raiders, bro. They turn coaches like the way I turn my draws. You feel me? But so that's the only point I'm making, bro, is who let the best man win. I'm with Cousins starting. I'm with Fernando Mendoza starting. But I want the job to be earned. I want there to be competition. You feel me?
I'll be fine with AOC if it's the fucking best product.
See that, and I was gonna get to that, Dirty. Yeah, that part.
You know, like all I want to see is the best product. I don't care what the name of the quarterback is. I just want to see the best product. If it's Kirk Cousins, fine, wonderful. Get the wins. If it's Mendoza, cool, fine, get the wins. If it's AOC,
I like that.
Cool, Reese. Fine, get the wins. And another thing, AOC, change your fucking number, bro. Change your number.
He needs to change it again. He just changed it,
bro. He don't need to be number 4,
man. Appreciate
he does not need to be number 4.
He's not number 4. He hasn't been number 4. Dirty. He's been number 12 for the last 2 years. He changed it from number 4. He was number 12 last year.
All right, cool.
Number 4 was he was his best year.
Yeah, number 4 was under Josh McDaniels, because Josh McDaniels said you have to wear number 4 and we'll draft you. So he wore number 4. Because he wanted, because Josh McDaniels had some weird ass fucking hatred for Derek Carr. I don't know what it was. He just, bro, he wanted to shit on Derek Carr the instant.
Well, change your number again, because you ain't Tom Brady either, nigga. Change your number again, because you ain't Tom Brady either. You need to find you a number that works for you. You need to be like number 19 or something. Like, I don't know, like, yeah, like, but 12 and 4. They don't work for you. Them 2 numbers don't work for you.
See, I like. See, Reese, bro, I fuck with you, bro. This comment right here is on point, bruh. You feel me? We ain't scared no broken ankle blow dicks with Waddle. We ain't scared no motherfucking Mahomes with a bunch of jailbird no name wide receivers. And the Chargers always a joke. We're not going to have to go against no healthy Burrow, and we're not going against Jalen Hurts in our division. That's the thing, bro. You killed it, Reese, bro. That's the thing, bro. It's our division has talent, bro, but nobody in our division is scary. These kind of blow dicks with a fucked up ankle dog and Sean Payton, dude, we swept them the year before last year with a worse team. You know what I'm saying? We've been competing with Kansas City with Aiden O'Connell for the last 3 fucking seasons, and the Chargers are probably the only one that's got the upper hand on us, if any of them have. But we knocked them out the Chargers and knocked them out the playoffs and put 63 points on them a few years ago. So I love that comment, bro. We might not be the best team in the NFL and shit right now, or be one of the best teams, but this division don't scare any Raider fan, bro. And I'm with that, bro. For surely don't scare nobody over here.
Kansas City Chiefs are 36-8 in the last 8 years in the AFC West. 36-8, right? They lost 5 games last year. To add to that, to make that 8, they were.
What up, Owl's Ghost?
They were 35. They were 35-3. They were 35-3 prior to the season. 35-3. So you say all this shit that you want to say, you ain't scared. But the niggas was 35-3 over 7 years. 8 years.
Who are you talking about?
You're lying if you're saying you was never scared of the Kansas City
Chiefs.
Who was
35-3 on us?
No, in the AFC West, period.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, for the last few years, at 35-3, bro, that's fucking what? That's 38 games.
They were 35-3. Because remember the same years that we was
hell no, bro, because we was beating the fuck out the Denver Broncos, bro. We was like 12-0 on the Denver Broncos, 5-0 or some shit.
Kansas City was 35-3.
Oh no, for sure, Kansas City been beating our ass.
I said Kansas City was 35-3.
But what I was saying is, as of lately, though, Dirty, we've been able to compete with them. We're not talking about overall they've been beating us. I get that. We all get that. But right now, where the Chiefs are at right now, at fucking Andy Reid, that's one bite away from one more piece of Colonel's fried chicken to a fucking heart attack. You know what I'm saying? And Mahomes, who's not going to get any better. He just fucking destroyed his knee at the end of the season. He's not going to be ready by week 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't compete with them right now, bro. This is the time to beat the shit out of them. And we've been beating them and having a chance to beat them with Aiden O'Connell, who a lot of people think isn't even a fucking starting quarterback in the league. So,
do you honestly think Kansas City is going to follow up last year with a repeat?
I don't know. I don't know, Dirty. I don't know. At some point, every team reaches its pinnacle, dude. I mean, we've seen the New England Patriots do it, dude. We've seen
I know that.
teams reach their pinnacle. It
happened. They had the exact same record as us in the AFC West last year, 1-5. Right? They had the exact same record as us in the AFC West last year. They were 1-5, just like us. Right? They one win was against us. Our one win was against them. We split. We got waxed by everybody else, right? Just like they did. So, with that, right? When you look at it like that, do you really think Kansas City is going to be 1-5 in the AFC West again?
They're not, bro. They're talent-wise, Dirty. I hate to say this. Well, I love to say this. I hate to say it because we're arguing about it, right? Or debating, right? But their team, they don't have very much talent, Dirty. They just traded both of their fucking corners. One of them was an all-pro corner. You know what I'm saying? They have no wide receivers, dude. Rashid Rice is probably going to go to jail. You feel me? Like, they got Kenneth Walker. Yeah, that's gravy and all. But
what do you guys think the chances are?
They got Kelsey, but Kelsey's pushing 40. Like, I don't really know how old he is, but he's old as piss. He's like, I think the only reason why Kelsey didn't retire this year is because he lost to the Raiders, and he didn't want to go out on a loss to the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, Kelsey would have fucking retired. I promise you, if the Chiefs would have beat the Raiders that night, he would have fucking retired. But since they lost, he wants to run it back. He wants to get that dub. You feel me? But it's not gonna happen, bro. The Chiefs are fucking fried, dude. We've been able to literally compete with them, dude. And Aiden O'Connell, bro, and this dude is literally one missed kick away from having a winning record against them, bro. And this is Aiden O'Connell, bro, with subpar coaching staffs. Imagine a legit quarterback with a legit coaching staff going against Kansas City, who struggled against AOC, who's a lot of people consider a subpar quarterback, with coaches like Antonio Pearson and Pete Carroll, bro. Like,
for the love of God, AOC played this last game that he won against Kansas City, bro. He played fucking nobodies.
I don't
care
though, Dirty. I hear you. I love you, bro, but I don't care. He won the game.
He didn't, and he's not even look. He only won the game because he was the quarterback, but he didn't win the game.
What up, Milka What up, 2 cents? He won the game.
He didn't win the game.
He was the starting quarterback.
He
Dirty.
did not, bro.
Dirty.
Look at the stats.
He didn't have shit.
Didn't do
Dirty.
shit.
There wasn't shit there.
There's only two positions and staffs that the actual win-loss record. Just listen, I'm not talking about the actual win or the actual loss. I'm talking about the metric, and that is the stat, right? Wins and losses. The only thing that matters for a quarterback in the NFL, and the only stat that counts for them, is wins and losses. They don't care how you did it. They don't care when you did it. They just care that you have more wins than losses. And at the end of the day, that's all I care about, dude. I don't care if the defense had 3 pick sixes, 20 pick sixes, and Aiden O'Connell threw 20 interceptions. I don't care. At the end of the day, he's the starting quarterback. He's the captain of my team. He's the dude that leads my troops to war. And yes, he might not have his best game, but that's why he's got his troops behind him to have his back. Football is the ultimate team game. And at the end of the day, your quarterback at times ain't going to have his best game. But guess what? That's why his teammates and his brethren have his fucking back. And there ain't no quarterback that the Raiders team as a whole, in my opinion, has rallied around and tried to win for since Derek Carr, except Aiden O'Connell, goddammit. And I'm going to shut up now. They fucking love Aiden, bro. Like, as much as Aiden has his flaws, that locker room fucking loves Aiden O'Connell, bro. Okay. So he's got that. Aiden O'Connell's got the locker room on his side.
Okay.
At least that's just my opinion. But I went on a tangent. Y'all do y'all thuggy.
What do you think the chances are of Kansas City picking up Tyreek Hill?
Slim to none.
Is that
hit the like button?
Slim to none, truthfully. I don't know if Tyreek Hill goes back.
Got Raider Jeff, love you, brother.
I don't even know if Tyreek Hill plays this year, honestly, bro. You know what I mean? And if he do, it's gonna be somewhere close to the trade deadline when he actually decides to sign with a team. That injury he took was terrible. It was a fucked up injury, right? And we got to see how he bounced back. You know what I mean? You got to see, bro. He got to go through some workouts. He gonna have to hold a camp or something, bro. Like, he gonna have to bring teams in to see him run and all that, bro. Like, that knee injury, bro. When I saw it, I said, "Ooh, that could be career ending."
Bro, have you seen people say the one image that has floated around is photoshopped, and yes, I kind of agree with that, dude. But from what I'm hearing from like insiders, like Broncos insiders, bro, is that the way he broke his ankle is a true concern, bro, because he has ankle injuries coming out of college.
We talking about Tyreek Hill.
Oh, I'm talking about blow dicks. I'm sorry,
yeah,
bro. My bad.
Yeah, no, we talking about Tyreek because he actually. Tyreek Hill.
Oh yeah, Tyreek Hill. Yeah, he'd be lucky if he ever even plays football again, dude.
Yeah, no, that's my thing. Like,
he had the injury. What was that running back's name, Dirty, that came out of South Carolina? Was it Was it Marshawn Lattimore? No, that was the corner. That was the corner that played for there was Lattimore, Marcus Lattimore.
Marcus Lattimore.
Bro, his injury was very similar to what Tyreek Hill did, bro. His whole shit just like rolled up because Tyreek Hill didn't just break it.
It was more along the lines of that Tyrone. It was more along the lines of the Tyrone Wheatley. You know, he never.
I don't think I've seen Tyrone Wheatley's injury. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He never came back from that. So, like, yeah, when your leg bends, like when your leg twists and contorts in that style of directions, oh brother, it's gonna be hard to come back.
Brother,
you know
brother,
I mean?
it's
gonna be hard to come back, brother. You know,
look,
Miami, the place with all the doctors, the top doctors, let his ass go.
I love you, Jeff. Take it easy, bro. I'll catch you on the flip.
They let his ass go. So,
all right, bro. So look, we're gonna play it real quick, little quick snapshot. Like I said, I'll edit out if I have to. I'm gonna play it real quick so it's not gonna get us copyrighted. So if y'all didn't see this is terrible, bro. Like, kind of feel for the dude in a way, but at the same time, if there's any, I'm gonna just throw it out there. Allegedly, if there's any truth behind him breaking his child's arm, I give no fucks about him getting rolled up like this. Because I don't know if you guys know, but Tyreek Hill, when he was with the Chiefs, there was a lot of allegations that there was domestic violence and he was beating on his child and broke his arm. He got out of it. So I'm saying allegedly, but I'm saying if there is any truth behind that, bro.
Something about he kicked his pregnant girl when
bro, kicked her and broke his son's arm and all kinds of weirdo shit. So, like I said, allegedly. So if there's any truth behind that, he obviously got off free. But if there is hypothetically any truth
Karma's
behind that,
bitch.
Whatever. That part, dirty. Exactly. So
Karma's a bitch.
Look, bro.
Yeah.
On a normal tackle. That's a normal tackle.
Let me see if I can find a bigger screen. Okay, I don't like the short one. Because I got now on this one I can slow it down at half speed. So let's play this at like half speed.
Make it full screen.
Yeah, full screen it. Let's just put that. Let's put this just on the full screen. So let's go ahead and just fast forward it just a little bit.
That's a normal tackle.
We gotta find the one where this is the one we want to see. This is the angle we want right here, right here. Look at that. Look at his left leg. Pay attention to his left leg, chat. We're gonna rewind it. Left leg.
He tried to plant.
Exactly. It's his plant leg, chat. It's his plant leg. So look at the plant leg. It just buckles, bro. And it rolls, and it not only rolls, but it rolls in the same way of his body, bro, like the defender's body. Plant.
Nope, this plant right there.
Right there, that plant right there, bro.
So
pull that down. That's tough. No,
see the dude on the sideline like, oh shit. Dude on the sideline was like, oh shit.
And you know what sucks about that, bro, is that since Tyreek Hill is pretty much more of a speed guy that relies on a lot of his lower body, dude, that is going to be that might end his career, bro.
Yeah.
He's not going to be Tyreek Hill anymore. And check this out, chat. This is the reason why a lot of people be like, bro, you got to be able to do it all as a receiver to have a long career. Because look, Tyreek Hill, bro, he was one of the elite receivers at one point. He was dominating the league, right? And look, one injury, bro. And he's not super old, bro. Wide receivers around this age, when they have other skill sets, they can continue their career. But at this point, dude, Tyreek Hill's only known for his speed. His career's over, dude. You know what I'm saying? One injury, bro, and it's over with. That's why the NFL stands for not for long, bro. Tyreek Hill went from being dominant just 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago, to one of the best wide receivers in the league. And this one injury, bro, is gonna completely end his. I don't feel like he's ever gonna be the same again. I think he's fried. I think his career's done. What up, Ralph?
He needs some milk.
That was a bad one. That was a bad one, bro.
Marrow. He needs some marrow. Get that boy some marrow. He needs some marrow in them bones.
I only brought him up because the Chiefs don't really have any weapons over there. And
No, this is my thing, Nate. Now, I'm glad you brought that up, bro. So people always, or I won't say always, but they've been making this argument, right? That this has been the going argument. I won't say people, but this has been the going argument, right? For a lot of the offseason since the draft. The Raiders don't have that X receiver, right? That pure outside receiver. I don't want to compare us to Kansas City by any stretch of the imagination, but I just want you guys to take this into comparison. I forget exactly what year it was, but it was maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. It was before Patrick Mahomes, so the Alex Smith era, right? I believe they won the division that year and they went to the playoffs. They didn't catch one fucking touchdown by a wide receiver on that entire roster, bro. Every single touchdown was caught by tight ends and running backs and shit, bro. So the point I'm trying to make is that if the Raiders can go out in their first season, bro, this year and be somewhat, capable at play calling and quarterback managing the offense and tight ends and running backs catching the ball, I don't think we're really going to need a number one wide receiver.
Well, that brings me to this question, Ben. I got a question for you. How would you feel if they moved Brock Bowers from tight end to wide receiver and made him the number one wide receiver?
I wouldn't mind it, but I wouldn't want it to be like he's your ex, your ex receiver. I don't think you want him as an every down outside wide receiver. This right here, Dirty, I'm gonna be real with you, bro.
We're gonna have to pay him like one of his contracts.
No, you're right. You're right.
No. I'm not saying this is what you do. I'm asking, how would you feel?
No. So I'm gonna tell you in what situation I would love this, bro. This right here, I'm gonna keep it a meter with y'all, bro. This right here, I think, is how you're gonna get the best out of the Raiders, bro. This season, bro. Outside of running the football, the Raiders need to play Brock Bowers as a slot wide receiver, and they need to play Michael Mayer as a tight end. So when they come out and they want to run, you feel me, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, it needs to be Brock Bowers occupying that slot wide receiver role and Michael Mayer being your tight end, bro. And then either Jalen Naylor and Trey Tucker, Jack Mesh, Trey Tucker, Dante Thornton, whatever, bro. Whatever other entry you add there will be the other 2 receivers, bro. Because I honestly think Michael Mayer is a better receiver than Trey Tucker, is a better receiver than Jalen Naylor. You know what I'm saying? I would like him to go back to playing tight end.
You know who else? You know who else thinks Brock Bowers
and Raider Paul, you can say hell no all you want, bro, but Brock Bowers dominated college football, bro, in Georgia. 70% of his snaps playing as a slot wide receiver. So you can say whatever the hell you want, Raider Paul.
You want to know who else? You want to know who else feels like Brock Bowers is a better wide receiver than a traditional true tight end set?
Who's that?
A guy by the name of Gruden.
I haven't watched his shit yet. I heard I seen the interview with Scott Turner. So let me ask you. So
Gruden did a breakdown.
Okay.
He did his
AFC West breakdown.
He did his AFC West breakdown, right?
I haven't watched it yet, but I need to watch it.
You know what I mean? And man, Lila, I sat here for an hour and 15 minutes. I watched it. You know what I mean? And it made a lot of fucking sense. I trust Gruden. If people don't know, me and Gruden share the same motherfucking birthday. So you can't get me. You can't get me to go against Gruden. We share the same motherfucking birthday.
Shout out to 40 people, man. Hit the like button. 40 on all channels,
on
man.
August 17th. So, you know what I mean? We both born on August 17th. So, you know what I mean? We share that birthday. So you can't get me to go against Gruden. But one thing I do know is Gruden knows football. He knows football like shit, like I know Harley Davidson sounds, right? So like I was looking at the breakdown and it does make sense. You know what I mean? It truly does, make sense when you look at it, right? For what the Raiders want to do, you're gonna want to have that traditional tight end. You know what I mean? That guy who can really come up off the line and block. That's what Michael Mayer excels at. It may not be him going out catching all the passes or whatever, but I'll tell you this. He can block. He can fucking block, bro. I will say that all day long about Michael Mayer. Mayer can block. You know what I mean? So And I'm not saying Brock Bowers can't, but I
Brock
think
Bowers is an underrated blocker for sure.
he's an underrated blocker. But I still feel like Michael Mayer is a better blocker, right? Mayer blocks.
Oh no,
Bowers
for sure.
catches.
I mean, we're talking about a guy
So,
and Michael Mayer from Notre Dame that they run a lot of their inline tight ends and blocking. We're talking about. That's the thing, Dirty. I tried to say earlier to Raider Paul is that obviously the Brock Bowers is going to be less of a blocker because he played the majority of his snaps in college as a receiver. So
yeah. So you could honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I seen Brock Bowers lining up as the number 1 wide receiver a lot often than not, bro. Just being honest, bro.
you know what I think they're gonna do with him, Dirty? I think they're gonna
bring back Hunter Renfrow.
Well, I like Hunter Renfro's wiggle, dude. Unfortunately, Hunter Renfro, I feel like if he don't run option routes, that's all Hunter Renfro's good at. You go back and watch his stint right there with the Raiders where he had all them receptions. John Gruden and Derek Carr, he ran nothing but option routes. That little zig weird ass cut that he did that lit up the NFL and had everybody hyped. Oh, like Hunter, that was called an option. That's called an option route. Yeah, so what he did is he was reading the coverage on what the defense was showing him pre-snap. And when he thought it was man, he cut it on an inside slant trying to beat man the option route. And if you don't know what an option route is, chat, an option route is where the slot corner primarily or the tight end gets to run their route dictating off what the defense shows them. So he thought it was man. So he ran slant, bang. He seen that it was zone and he tried to bail. And what he did is when he bailed and he spun around, he just happened to be so agile. And that's one thing that Hunter Renfrow is extremely good at. He's agile as fuck. He was able to make 20 steps in a second and burn that man. You know what I'm saying?
Paul, I don't know who Jalen Nelson is. I know who Jalen Naylor is. I know who Jalen Naylor is. Nelson, I don't know who that is. But,
so, no, I like Renfrow, bro. But if he's not running them options, them choice routes, no, he just don't got it no more, bro. But I had a lot of respect for Renfrow and what he did. He was a system guy, bro. He's a system guy. So
Josh McDaniel ruined him.
Josh McDaniel ruined the entire team, bro. He ruined Waller. He ruined fucking Josh Jacobs for sure. Josh Jacobs got ran out the building by Josh McDaniels.
That nigga ruined his marriage. So, I mean, bro, he thought he was going to help the team, and nigga ruined his own marriage.
I'd be willing to go out on a limb and say, chat, that if Josh McDaniels never became the coach of the Raiders and it was anybody else, we wouldn't have Ashton Jeanty right now, and Josh Jacobs would be on his second contract. I'd be willing to bet the bag on that, bro.
Third contract.
Dude, Josh, yeah, possibly even third. Josh Jacobs literally came out and told Josh McDaniels, if you guys don't know this, you guys can go back and watch a Super Bowl press conference that he had when he was asked the situation with Josh McDaniels. Dude, Josh Jacobs told them that you don't have to pay me shit. You can put my contract 100% based off I got to do this or I got to do that. And the Raiders were like, no. And Josh McDaniels was like, no. So fuck Josh. That is a piece of shit move, dog. On top of the fact, after you did all that,
and destroyed our team on purpose, bro. He came in with that,
and then went to the Patriots 2 years later and took them to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he came in, bro. That's like me getting offered a job I know I'm not qualified for.
Exactly,
I'm not gonna take that fucking job, bro. I'm not qualified for it. I don't know how to do it. Why give up a job that I know how to do, that I'm good at, I get paid well for, to take the opportunity on something I know I'm never going to be able to do? Look, I know you're supposed to take chances on yourself, right? And you should say never, right? But at the same time, bro, everybody knows what their capabilities are, right? You know what your capabilities are. You can't ask me to go from being the guy who intakes patients to the guy operating on patients. I'm not qualified for that. I'm not qualified to cut you open and put stitches in you and get you right and get your heart moving. And I'm not trained to do that. That's not in my category, right? So you got to look at it the same way. Josh McDaniels knew. And look, I'm not saying you don't bet on yourself, right? But, bro, he knew because we all knew. We all knew he wasn't cut out to be a head coach. We saw that in Denver. We saw it when you backed out of the deal to coach the Colts. Whatever story you say happened on the plane, so the fuck what?
Hey, old buddy was trying to get Josh, allegedly, Irsay was trying to get Josh McDaniels to bang his old lady, dog.
Hey,
Allegedly.
Look.
They was all high on cocaine, dude. They
You
was
can
trying
make
to
up
get into
all
the
kind of
banging to his
stories
lady.
because
That shit was
none of
weird.
us was there to see it, right? He can make up all kind of stories and say, "Oh, well, this is what happened." We don't know that. We wasn't there. That's he say, she say. You know what I mean? All we know is your track record ain't been good as a head coach. Denver had a really good football team. You fucked it up.
Denver went to the playoffs like the year after with Tim Tebow? Like,
bro,
I believe it was the year after, bro. They won that fucking playoff game against the Steelers with Tim Tebow and Demaryius Thomas caught that walk-off
they were a
touchdown.
playoff team before he got there. They were a playoff team immediately after he left.
Hey, and old buddy, our new coach, man. Shout out to Clint Kubiak. His father was on that Denver team that won that Super Bowl. You feel me? So as much as I hate Denver that won it, you feel me? The point I'm trying to make is our head coach comes from a pedigree of winning. He's seen what it takes, you feel me, to win a Super Bowl.
Josh McDaniels should have never been the head coach, bro.
Hey, and shout out to Gary Kubiak too, bro, because I remember a lot of the reason why I was worried that Clint Kubiak wasn't going to come to the Raiders, bro, was because Gary Kubiak was a Bronco. You feel me? Before that, he was a Houston Texan. Gary Kubiak revolutionized the outside zone running scheme. Yeah, in my opinion, in what is the new age NFL. I mean, obviously, you're talking about Bill Walsh and the prior guys before him, right? That knew how to run outside zone, but that shit had kind of died off for a long time. And I felt like, fucking Kubiak, bro. His what's his name?
Made Terrell Davis one of the best running backs ever.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And he made Matt Shaw. I mean, not Matt Shaw, but Arian Foster. Arian Foster was one of the greatest running backs I've ever seen, bro. And underrated as fuck what he did for Houston, bro. But he executed that fucking outside zone running scheme to a T, dog. Gary Kubiak took that same fucking outside running scheme to Denver, bro, and just absolutely destroyed the league with it. Obviously, it wasn't all on Kubiak. He had a great defense around him, bro, but Tom Brady was in there firing that shit. I mean, it's just that zone running shit, bro, is something we're not good at, right? I get it, but we're getting a family tree of football knowledge that has historically ran the outside zone and the zone scheme in particular to a Super Bowl caliber level. So if I'm willing to put my eggs in one basket on any other coaching staff we've brought in that has fumbled the bag trying to transition us from power to zone, I'm putting my fucking eggs in the basket of a man and a family that has traditionally had a very good Super Bowl winning, historic turnover the league outside zone running scheme with the Gary Kubiak family, bro. Like the Kubiak family in general, Gary Kubiak, that's also tied to Kyle Shanahan, all these. Bro, they all run that shit extremely well, bro. You know the number one way to defend the 49ers? Stop the outside zone. That's all they do, bro. And the Raiders are and I feel like that's how you beat teams, chat. You got to make teams defend the fucking edges, bro. If a team can't defend the perimeter, bro, expose it all fucking day. Because as soon as they stop that perimeter shit, now they have to decide if they're going to guard the cutback or any kind of inside breaking routes to the inside, or if they're going to continue to worry about that outside shit. Said before, bro. Clint Kubiak, the Kubiak family, very, very similar to what McVay does and what Andy Reid does. As soon as they find your weakest link, they're going to attack them, bro. And the Raiders are going to look to get outside the defense the entire game. The easiest way to beat a defense is to get outside of them, dude. Outside of them. That's why we got Mike Washington, bro. Like Mike Washington, bro, if they run him on an outside zone scheme, bro, and we get a block, he's got speed that is going to hit that hole and he's out that bitch, bro. So I'm excited for it, bro.
Hey, look, so I was trying to ignore this, but I can't ignore this, bro.
What's that?
He did Raider Paul shit. McDaniels did nothing good. He did nothing good, bro. You say
The only
get
good thing
rid.
McDaniels did was get rid of Carr.
You say that's a good thing, right? But what have we done at
We've been in
quarterback since?
purgatory.
What have we done at quarterback since? Exactly. You might think that's a good thing. I don't think that's a good thing. Look, imagine if you'd have had Carr here to show AOC how to actually come in and be an actual good quarterback. You know what I mean? So, like, bro, even if Carr wasn't here now, AOC would be the front runner because he would have sat and learned already from an actually really good quarterback versus having all these pieces put in front of him that was trash. Trash ass quarterbacks started over AOC. Trash ass quarterbacks. So, you know, I don't think that's a good thing.
I think it was a good thing that he brought in Devontae Adams. It gave him a number one receiver, but it also kind of like, if you can't get it done with Devontae Adams, you ain't it, and we got to move on. So I agree with Paul on that. Fuck, and that's my Carr hater goggles. But
I don't know, bro. I still say it was the defense's fault, bro. You can't convince me otherwise, bro. It was the defense's fault.
Fucking Chandler Jones making songs about.
But Devontae Adams had his best career year in touchdowns and yards.
You're right.
His first year with the Raiders.
But I mean, that was kind of to be expected, though, right? I mean, that's what you wanted, right? And that's what you got. That's not real. I mean, yes, I wanted the numbers dirty, but I wanted to win more than we did, bro.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. We were scoring. Our defense couldn't stop nobody. We was averaging 24 points a game, but we was giving up 27 points a game.
But like I said before, dirty. No, for sure. But me and Nate, we've had this statements. I think some of the Raider fans will have this statement. It wasn't for lack of trying, bro. I mean, the Raiders have tried, dude. It's just that unfortunately we just can't get it right on defense. I get it, bro. That's no excuse. But the Raiders have tried, bro. You know how many fucking top picks we put in defensive linemen and fucking corners and fucking safeties, and they just never work out. I get it. It sucks. Like, we can't stop nobody, but at some point, the Raiders have to draft better, bro, because we've been trying, bro. We've got Damon Arnett, Carl Joseph, Cleveland Farrell, fucking Tyree Wilson, fucking Christian Wilkins. Like, bro, like at some point, this shit just has to work. Like, the Raiders have tried. I get what you're saying. Like, we're not doing shit defensively. I just don't know if that's because it's lack of coaching. I don't like Patrick Graham. I think by default, the Raiders defense, even under a rookie defensive coordinator, should be better than Patrick Graham because Patrick Graham fucking sucks, dude. I mean, respectfully, bro, in the most respectful way possible, bro. He'll call a couple good plays on the first couple of downs. He'll get the defense in a great position, bro. A 3rd and 7, bro. We'll be in a 3rd and 7, a 3rd and 8, dude, and he'll drop his corners 15 yards. Like, what the fuck are you doing? It's 3rd and 8. Give your fucking pass rushers a chance. When you play that far off the corners, not only are your corners going to get burnt, but your pass rush has absolutely no fucking shot. And I hate to scream, but fuck him. You got to give your pass rushers a chance. When you constantly play off that far, you're Max Crosby. Max Crosby's fucking lucky he had that many pressures, bro. Like, bro, we don't have to press, but we gotta stop playing 20 fucking yards off. That don't fucking work no more, dude. Like, that shit is contract detriment, fucking self-sabotaging malpractice. What the fuck he was doing over here? Fuck him. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I say that in the most respectful way possible. I know I cussed him the fuck out, but that's because I love the goddamn Raiders, goddamn it. And I did not like what the fuck he did. And everything that I think that I just said right now, 99.5% of Raider fans are going to fucking agree with it, bro. So fuck him. Respectfully.
Faux life.
Oh, live. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for a new look defense, bro. I think Rob Leonard's got some juice. You feel me? I think that's one thing he's going to bring to the defense. He might not have the best scheme. He might have to learn on the fly, but he gonna have energy, bro. He's a young cat. I've seen the way he coaches on the sideline as a defensive line coach. He gets them hyped up. They're ready to go. I feel like Max Crosby, now that he's back, I feel like he's probably got something to prove. He feels like he's got something to prove. I think he's about to go fucking hard as fuck, not only because he's got something to prove, but he's got Rob Leonard, who's his boy. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see, bro.
I already said this is Max's year to get double-digit sacks. I think you get close to 15.
I mean, he had 10 last year, bro. I feel like we need 15 this year.
That's just one digit over single, right? I mean,
no, I'm with you. I'm not giving. I'm just saying.
Actually get deep into double digits. You know what I mean? I feel like he can get 15 to 17 sacks this year. I'm like you, bro. I feel like he's got something pushing him right now. He's got some motivation. You know what I mean? He's got some drive, some juice. If Max is 92% healthy, bro. If he's just 92% healthy, Max is still better than a majority players at his position, especially on this team.
No, for sure. No. See, the thing is with Max Dirty is that the Raiders need to save Max from himself. Like, I like Max a lot in terms of his production. Like, have I criticized him in the past? Yes. But a lot of my criticisms, I've come on here with facts and shit on my criticisms. But a lot of the reason why I was so hard on him was for personal reasons, bro. The whole, y'all know, I'm not going to get into it. But I've come out this year and I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. I fuck with Max. He's back with the Raiders. He released a Raider anthem. I think at least for the moment he wants to be here. So I'm taking his word from here on out until proven otherwise, bro. But
look, you know better than anybody, Ben. Sometimes you can't save yourself from yourself. Sometimes people can't save you from yourself either. Right? So sometimes you got to let people work through their problems. I think Max going to work through his problems on the field.
And that's why I say I'm going to let bygones be bygones dirty, because I think a lot of the decisions he made, he was still young. You know what I'm saying? So.
Look, the one thing I've never taken from Max, and you'll never ever get me to say nothing otherwise in this. Every time Max suits up, every time Max touch the field, Max give me 100% of whatever the fuck is in him. He gives me everything he's got when he's on the fucking field. I can never be mad at that. I can never see anything other than that, bro. That's what I see. To the day I don't see it anymore. So
I think it's a good thing he's going in there with the rookies too. He's gonna set the standard for the youngsters and
look, Max got high standards, bro. I don't know why people hate on him so much, bro. All he wants to do is win.
Rookies report.
What's so wrong with a motherfucker wanting to win?
Hey, just so you know, I hate to cut you off, Dirty, but he's just asking when the rookies report. This was the night before rookie training camp, bro. So they report in the morning. That's the reason why the Fernando Mendoza shit's so hot right now, bro. Because the rookies are supposed to report in the morning, and Mendoza's not signed yet. So that's why I said earlier that I think if the Raiders don't find a way to get Mendoza signed before in the morning, you can rewind it a little bit, Bueno, if you want, because I don't want to go back on it. But if we don't find a way to sign Fernando Mendoza by the time they have to report to camp, I think it's going to be a problem. So, anyways, Dirty, go ahead, bro.
No, let's talk about a player who did sign.
I was going to say,
that's a great point, bro. Thanks for bringing that up. I completely forgot about that, bro. That was supposed to be the start of the show.
Sign and what that means. You know what I mean? So I've been saying, and I've been saying it for a while, that the reports I was getting was that McCoy was going to be fine. Everybody was telling me that his shit checked out and that he was going to be, okay to go. You know what I mean? And lo and behold, the Raiders, they gave him his money. He signed the deal. That only confirms to me that I think he's going to be okay. You know what I mean? I think that he 100% fine, and we just got to get him on the field once we get him on the field and see what it's all about, oh, bro, we might have a steal of the draft, bro.
No,
we might just have the steal of the draft. If everything pans out and goes 100% according to the plan, bro, we might have a steal of the draft, bro.
Yeah.
Do we ease them in, or you just throw them out there? And
Hell nah, hell, bro. We're Nutty Renee. We're talking
preseason. You ease
nah,
them
hell
in
nah.
the preseason.
Oh, during preseason, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, for sure.
You ease them in during the preseason. You know what I mean?
But we're talking, bro. If that motherfucker's healthy, bro, we're not talking about probably the steal of the draft. This guy is a top 10 talent that fell because of a questionable injury, bro. And from what I heard all off season from multiple NFL doctors, bro, it's not right now that's the problem with Jermod McCoy. It's, 3, 4, 5 years down the road is the issue with Jermod McCoy in terms of how his knee's going to react to that surgery. So that's why the Raiders gave him his bread, bro, because right now he's ready to play and he's going to fucking play, bro. I'm telling y'all right now, bro, even if we only get 2 or 3 years out of this kid, this kid has potential to be, one of the best corners for the Raiders in a long time. We're talking about probably since Namdi was drafted, bro. The only thing that was the concern was his knee, bro. That was it. And if the Raiders gave him all that guaranteed money, there's no worry about that knee in my opinion.
If we get 3 good years out of him, bro, we get 3 good years. That's going to be 3 good years of defense. That's going to be 3 opportunities for us to actually be worth something.
And that's that Super Bowl window, Dirty. That's that rookie quarterback Super Bowl window. Even if it don't happen this year, because I think, the potential is there. The Raiders could shock everybody and be a 10-win team, but I don't think the Raiders are expecting that. I think the Raiders are going to go in this year with, let's see what we got with the team. Let's let Kirk Cousins go out there and will and deal and see what we got. And then when Fernando's ready, we'll get to him. But next year and the year after that, I think are going to be the years that matter. And I think, if Jermod McCoy can give us 3 years, bro, we'll be in that window where he'll have a chance to help us.
You gotta come in and push your team's limits, bro. You can't come in here and see what you got. You gotta know what you got. You built what you got. You built what you got. You drafted Mendoza. You got these free agents. You let these people go. You drafted these other cats. You brought in these undrafted guys. You signed free agents. Bro, you put this team together.
Away from
you put this coaching staff together. You know what this team is built on. You need to push the limits of your team now. You need to find out how far are they really willing to go to get the win. You know what I mean? How far are they going to extend themselves to win? This ain't no come in here, kick back, put your feet up and see what the fuck happens this year and then try to make it just no. That's not what I want to hear. It's not what I want to see. You come in here, you come in here, you make adjustments off the top. That's what you did. You put the coaching staff in place. You put the players in place. Now you got to go out there and make the fucking game plan happen. You got to make the game plan work now. And there is no excuse, no reason, because you have 53 players that are NFL players. Okay? These are 53 people who made an NFL roster. This ain't 53 people who made an AFL roster. This ain't 53 people who made a college roster. It's 53 people who made an NFL roster. You don't have no excuse. 0. Now you got to go out there and make shit happen. You can't give me no excuse as to why you will repeat a 3-14 season with another 3-14 season.
I mean, my only counter argument to that, Dirty, like, I feel you. Like, there's no fucking way we should have 3 wins this year. I agree, bro. But my only counter argument to that, bro, is that I fuck with Clint Kubiak, bro. Trust. Like, if y'all was watching the show, going into the off season, my soul was crushed. Dude, I was like, bro, I don't know what the future of my channel holds for me because we're stuck with some old ass coach and Pete Carroll. We're stuck with some old ass fucking quarterback in Geno Smith. At this point, the writing wasn't on the wall for the Raiders to have Clint Kubiak in the #1 overall pick. So I was fucking devastated, bro. You know what I'm saying? So once the Raiders were able, you feel me, to get Clint Kubiak and Gary and the number 1 overall pick, it's brought me a little bit of hope. You feel me? Like I think the Raiders can win more than 3 games, but if history shows for like rookie quarterbacks, and I mean, so Kirk Cousins is probably going to be the starter, maybe whatever.
Well, shit, according to Madden, we can win more than 3 games. Ain't we 3 wins right now?
We're 2-1. We lost to New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, see, you're 2-1 already. Come on now.
For surely. But I'm just, see me, bro, like I try to go off what history shows, right? Because, you know, they always say history tends to show the future in some aspects, right? So so even with Kirk Cousins, right? First year quarterbacks on a new team with a first year head coach that's never been a head coach, with, you know, a quarterback that is now like 30, 38, 37, that's coming off an Achilles injury, on top of the fact that we got, you know, a new defensive coordinator with, you know, a guy that's never called defensive plays. There's a lot of, you know, top heavy rosterness and not a lot enough depth on the defense. The writing on the wall is that we're probably not going to be very good this year. But if we are, you know, anything more than 5 wins, I think we're going to be straight. Anything more than 5 wins. I mean, we can get 5 wins, but we got to see.
Yeah, I'm with you, Fuentes. It's new scheme, new coaches. It's same Raiders. Hopefully this is the change. Hopefully again. This time we did it right. Yo. Okay. For me, I'm about done, guys. Y'all hold it down if you want.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done too. Hey, Dirty, you got anything? You guys got anything you guys want to say on the way out? I'll probably be live again tomorrow.
Yeah, I do. So, Raider Nation, September 12th, opening weekend, Las Vegas. There will be a golf tournament on Saturday. I will be there. I will be playing. It's at the Legends Golf Course in Las Vegas. If you out there, slide through, say what's up. If you play, catch us at Raider Nation Golf Club on Instagram. Make sure you sign up there. Get your registration fee. It's $150 for hackers. It's $600 for a team of 4. Yeah, come rock with us. Let's have some fun.
Hell yeah, I fuck with that, gang. I'm out this joint. Hey, shouts to you guys, bro. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll probably be back on this joint tomorrow. If not, we back on this bitch with the podcast with 805 Raider, bro. Shout out to them, gang.
Shouts out to them.
All right, fellas. See y'all later, gang. Hit the like button.
Peace.
I'm a Raider now.
They didn't have to say much. This is the Raiders. You know, this is one of the most historic, you know, franchises in the NFL with a great history that I want to be a part of. I want to be a part of furthering that history. You know, when you say commitment to excellence, okay, and you look at the walls around here, you look at the players on this wall, and there's a history. There's a history of Hall of Fame players here. There's a history of Super Bowls, and that's.
And with all this situation and all this shit I went through, the biggest thing that I took from it is I don't give a what everybody has to say. Truly, I really don't give a.
Play clock down to 1. Williams batted up in the air, and it is picked. Clear the speed. He has been a beast.
clear that this is a game psychologically of intimidation and of fear. I don't mean cowardly fear, but fear.
But the Chargers and all those teams. To be honest, I don't like any of them. I hate all teams.
The other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard.
But the Chargers.
What I call the vertical game. We were going to stretch the field vertical. When we came out of the huddle, we weren't looking for first downs. We didn't want to move the chains. We wanted touchdowns. We wanted the big play, the quick strike. It's number one to say you want to do that. It's number two to say that you have the players to do it, but it's number three to do it. Hard. Try not to make mistakes, but don't worry about mistakes because there's only one thing that counts. Just win.
Your commitment to excellence and your will to win will endure forever. You will, Matt.